coming in at number 44 on our 2025 Locked On Senators NHL draft rankings, we are going to Team USA, the USNTDP, where we find right shot defenseman Carter Amico.
Yes, Carter Amico, a mammoth, Ross. I will join you on this. Reminder: 6'5", 225-pound right shot defenseman. Unfortunately, Ross, the big story for Amico is his injury that he suffered in November. It was from what we gather, it's a knee injury that put him out for most of the season. He really only got to play 13 games with the NTDP, where he had 3 assists. But, man, I know we're going to get into it more, but I'm just gutted for Carter, because this is such a crucial year, not only obviously to the year you're expected to get drafted, but just as far as a year in development goes, losing this entire year of development is really tough, especially for a player of this size. That's a year where you want to learn to kind of grow with your body. You got to work on the skating. For a defenseman, you got to work on your reads, all those things. So really tough that he ends up getting hurt. But I'll put a positive spin zone on it, Ross. Maybe that allows him to get drafted to a team that wouldn't have the draft capital to draft him as early, and he can get into a more favorable system.
He's a pure athlete. One of those guys that you just know is going to be atop the fitness charts every single year at training camp, and is going to be a beast to play against on the ice. Now, he doesn't use his physicality necessarily as much as you'd expect for a player that size. It's a lot of the skating and using his reach, and like he's physical, but he's not going to kill you with open ice hits like other guys.
I don't know, Ross. On YouTube, there's a shift by shift video of him up against Boston College, and his first shift, he had 2 big open ice hits, and the play-by-play guy, I think it was an exhibition game, and the play-by-play guy was like, hey, this is like not a regular season game, but Amico is still out here drilling guys. So I would push back on that and say he is quite a physical player.
Okay, guess I need to readjust, because when I see a guy who's that big, I want them to do it every shift. Similar with Ottawa with Tyler Clevin, where it's like, I know you have it in you, but let's see it every single shift. But that's the consistency that you find at this age. He's a March 2007 birthday, so just turned 18 years old, and McKean's Hockey is the highest on him. They have him at 37 on their rankings. Elite Prospects has Amico at 45. Bob McKenzie is at 47. Craig Button is at 57. And we actually have 3 unranked prospect analysts: Scott Wheeler, Corey Pronman, and our friend Sebastian at Locked On NHL Prospects do not have him ranked. Now, Sebastian's is just a top 32 as of right now. So Carter Amico, it's unfortunate, of course. We've already hit on the injury, which is the big storyline considering him. He has a lot of similarities to EJ Emery from last year that we had, who we were super high on. He was also ranked in the mid-40s, and guess what? The New York Rangers stepped up and took him at the end of the first round. And didn't have the best season in North Dakota, at least not offensively. Would never expect these types of players to be huge point producers, but I think he had 1 point, if not 0, in 32 games with North Dakota. But Amico kind of comes in that same mindset, where it's not going to be the offense that gets you to the NHL. It's going to be being reliable, not making mistakes, being a strong penalty killer, and being a good partner for an offensive defenseman.
Yeah, EJ Emery only 1 assist in 31 games with North Dakota, but that's a guy we loved, Ross. I'm pretty sure both of us had him as a 5-star guy. And when we were at the draft, he had a big group of family and friends there, and they went nuts when he got drafted. Absolutely love seeing that kind of the heartwarming stuff that goes along with the draft. But
also out of the U.S. program, so kind of following in his footsteps in a way.
Yeah, but to get back to Amico here, I really think he is a physical defenseman, Ross. Like the shifts I watch, he is on a mission when he's boxing out guys in front. He is relentlessly checking them. Eric Goodbranson would have a lot of positive things to say about it. He wins puck battles. He blocks shots. Some of the things, though, that would be a concern, obviously the injury, we don't need to dig into that anymore, but he doesn't really have any offensive skills. Like there's no like really big shot or anything like that pops out at you. So I wouldn't really call him a two-way guy. I would certainly say he's a shutdown defenseman. I project him to be a third pair shutdown penalty kill guy. And I really think that he's going to end up going in the late second round. And I do think one of the things he's going to have to work on, Ross, sometimes he gets a little too obsessed with boxing out his man in front. So if the guy out front, the forward out front is like, oh man, I can't take this anymore, I got to find some soft ice, Amico will chase him around. And sometimes that can be the play if you want to play a tight man-on-man coverage. But then what ends up happening is he leaves that zone on the right side open for a different player to switch and head into open ice there. And that's not always ideal. So that would be one thing to look at as well.
Amico is committed to Boston University, and on Elite Prospects, it shows not this upcoming season, but the year after. But we saw from Sean Shapiro, if I can say that correctly, on Twitter, a reporter who said that he spoke to Amico after the injury. Obviously, he's got a great mindset and determination to get back for it. He says he's going to be ready for freshman year at Boston University, which makes us feel like he's going there in the fall of 2025. So your Sens stars for Carter Amico.
I gave him 3 stars, Ross. I don't think the Sens are going to be picking in the range I expect him to go. I don't think they need to hone in on a defensive defenseman, but I don't want to take away from what I think the potential for this kid could be. But yeah, 3 out of 5 stars for me.
Okay, and after doing a bit more reading while we've been doing this, I'll bend the knee. He is a physical shutdown type defenseman, and he comes in with an average ranking of 46.5. He's at 44 in our Locked On Senators NHL draft rankings.